Welcome back to Turnerstakes, patch for sports never ends at the buzzer. I'm Jake Turner. Well, let's talk about the Washington Redskins at the St. Louis Rams. Now, I remember in my picks video, I talked about how the Rams had a chance to make this a prime upset, and they did, but I fell for the old Griffining. Now, I'm not going to say anything bad about Robert Griffin. He was excellent yesterday. 2 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. It was not his fault. I am going to say, though, this just came in here, that NFL.com's Albert Breer is reporting that outside linebacker Brian Orakpo is lost for the season with a torn pec muscle. Well, that's a huge loss. Thought that was worse. How about defensive end Adam Carricker? He is out with a torn quadriceps tendon, out both for the year. That's a big loss for the Washington Redskins defense that is having trouble of its own. Sam Bradford yesterday was 300 yards plus. And give me some credit for Danny Amendola. 15 receptions, $150, and a touchdown. The kid is ridiculously good. And so whoever got him on his fantasy team last week, good job. Because I did say that Danny Amendola was going to be one of those sleepers this year. But that aside, let's talk about what happened to the Skins here. This should have been overtime. And here's why. I know it's woulda, coulda, shoulda, but Josh Morgan probably made the most dunderheaded mistake in NFL history. What is the one thing you don't do in a football game at this magnitude? You don't throw a football at another player. That's 15 yards. And he's probably going to get fined from Roger Goodell. But here's what I got to say about Cortland Finnegan. This is why he's my favorite cornerback in the NFL. I love this guy. This guy plays chess with every wide receiver he takes on. And he did it again. He basically pissed off Josh Morgan. And ironically, Morgan was the one who said, don't let Cortland Finnegan get in your mind. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, why didn't you follow your own advice? Because you just cost your team the game. You went from a 47-yard field goal to a 62-yard field goal with Billy Cundiff. Billy Cundiff, the one that missed a 32-yard field goal last year against the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. I mean, my goodness. How ridiculous are you? And you didn't even take responsibility for it. You just kind of gave the press kind of a, oh, my bad kind of quote. Give me a break. You know, I was really praising this kid because I thought, man, you know, you got Garcon, you got Morgan. I mean, hey, Griffin has his arsenal right there. Well, if you're going to act like that, I highly recommend that you stay on the bench for next week's game against Cincinnati. But if you actually want to act like an adult, which would be great, then you might actually be able to do something more than throw a football at another player like a child. But that aside, I'm not going to demoralize the Rams' victory either. They played a great football game. As I said, Cortland Finnegan, man, he was all over the field and always in the grill of Robert Griffin. And the defense was excellent. I really want to say, though, Sam Bradford making some strides, actually believing in this philosophy that Jeff Fisher is bringing in. And this is what Jeff Fisher does. He knows how to create winners. And he might actually be able to get over the hump and take Sam Bradford to a Super Bowl sometime in the near future. I'm just saying, not this year, but probably soon. The Rams have those building blocks, James Laurinaitis, Chris Long, and, you know, Cortland Finnegan. There you go. There's your building blocks right there. And they just get better as they go along here. Played a great game against the Lions. They played a great game against the the Redskins. But what I'm trying to say here is that the Redskins may be good, but the Rams are good for the future. Now, if you got any comments or concerns, go to turnerstakes@yahoo.com or go to my Facebook page. Till next time, this is Jake Turner saying, patch for sports never ends at the buzzer. Good night.